on this video, you're already one step closer to changing your mindset and achieving your goals. I'm proud of you for that. I already love what I'm seeing. You got that little drive in you and you're ready for the next step. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Now I know what you're thinking. I said I was going to be consistent and post at least like 3 times a month in 2024, which is not what I have been doing. I'm sorry, but I have a good reason for it, okay? First of all, I've been focusing on my business. Second of all, I haven't been really sure about what I want to do with this channel. Like I didn't really have a purpose for it, which I guess made me not want to like pursue it or really do it. But now I do, so we're good. I've been mostly just posting like vlogs or anything just about my life, like me going on trips and everything, but that's not really like what I want to do because it doesn't really bring anything to you guys. And I feel like I wanted to do more than that, you know? So what I'm going to be doing now, I'm going to be using my platform to help people better themselves and become the best version of themselves. Everything about self-love, self-development, basically just helping everyone achieve their goals and start living their dream life. I will say that I might still post some vlogs, you know, just so you guys can see what I'm up to, what I'm doing, what's my life. And because I can't lie, I do enjoy doing it. So, okay, with that said, let's jump right into the video. So as you can see by the title, we're going to talk about how to change your mindset. This is one of the first and most important steps that's often overlooked when you start your journey towards your goals or success. You can't start chasing your dreams with the same mindset you've had your entire life, right? For some of us, we need a little extra work because we are stubborn, we have our mindset, we have our way to be, but that's not how it goes, okay? You want success, you need to shift it in here because we're starting from a place, but we're going somewhere else. But trust me, I'll help you get out of that fixed mindset and guide you towards a growth mindset. Step 1, what is a mindset? So mindset is the set of beliefs and attitude that shape how we perceive or react to the world. And for anyone who's trying to achieve goals, whether you're on a journey to self-love or self-development, or even if you're a business owner, a mindset can deeply influence how you approach challenges, how you seize opportunities, how you decide to drive your business or your goals forward. When I first started my business, I realized how much my mindset was actually affecting my journey. I doubted myself. I didn't have any self-confidence. I was talking to myself negatively literally every single day. I was seeing other businesses as rivals instead of potential partners. But once I understood those issues, I started working on my growth mindset. I started to see failures as learning experiences, and I started taking more risk, which sparked innovation. Changing my mindset was literally the key to start growing my business. So a fixed mindset is when you believe your talents and intelligence is static. So for example, you might think I'm not a natural leader and shy away from leadership roles. And that's something that I used to do. I used to think that I was a really shy person, that every time like I was in school, I wouldn't like be the leader in school projects. I thought I was simply not cut out for them, and I always thought that someone else was better at it than me. But I was wrong because now I know that I can be good at it. I just had to try. Onto a growth mindset. So the difference is that you see your abilities as capable of growth through effort and learning. So for example, when I had my fixed mindset, I would think, oh, I'm just not good. Oh, I'm not a natural leader. But with a growth mindset, I would think that I can work on my leadership skills by practicing and putting in the effort. When I got to college, I started putting myself more out there. Even though I knew that I wasn't natural at it, I would just do it. Even if others might not think it's the good way, I'm doing it my own way. I'm practicing, I'm getting better at it. Every time I decide to take that role, I'm getting closer to being a good leader, which is a really good skill to have. And over time, I became a good leader, and I no longer shy away from leadership positions, which is basically how I got to where I am now. I'm able to manage my business, manage a team. As you can see, it was really important to change my mindset. Next up, it's important to pin down what your current mindset is if you want to change it, right? It's time to do a little bit of self-reflection. What you can do is ask yourself certain questions. For example, do I actually believe that I have what it takes to achieve my goals? How do I handle business setbacks? How do I react during confrontation? When I first reflected on these questions, that's when I realized I had so many limiting beliefs that were holding me back. You need to recognize your limiting beliefs. So for example, if you tell yourself, oh, I'm not good at communicating, I'll never be able to compete with established businesses, write all of these thoughts down and challenge them. When I started writing these down, I realized how irrational these thoughts were, and seeing them on paper actually motivated me to overcome them. What I also did is I gathered some feedback from friends, family, mentors, anyone that's around you, even teachers, just to confirm, you know, because some of us are really stubborn, and sometimes I was like, wait, do I actually think that? well, I would ask for example, my friends, do you actually think that like I'm bad like at communicating? Do you actually, or I can ask like my business partner or whatever, like, do you think there's anything I should be improving? It just kind of confirms everything, and that's how you can work on yourself. And don't take everything personal. Yes, it's about you, but if you want to grow, you have to put yourself through that. Be uncomfortable and just do it. Chapter 3, embracing the growth mindset, understanding neuroplasticity. Sometimes we think that we can't do something, and it's like we forget that our brain has the ability to change and grow. When you think you can't do something, you just have to remind yourself that your brain can adapt, which can give you, you know, like that little boost of confidence when you're trying to learn a new skill. To be honest, understanding this was really a game changer. It really made me more confident in my ability to learn. This one used to be a hard one for me. Developing a positive attitude towards challenges. If you're facing, for example, a business challenge, you have to think, this is an opportunity to learn and to grow. If your marketing campaign fails, just tell yourself, okay, I'm going to sit back, analyze what didn't work, adjust, and adapt. Think about how you can improve this, you can use this in the future. It's really important to start seeing failures as feedback. Next up, it's really important to cultivate your curiosity and lifelong learning. You need to always be seeking knowledge that is relevant to your goals, to your business. You can read books, articles, attend industry events, networking, and get out of your comfort zone. My current challenge is to be better with people, so better at communicating. I need to refine my people and communication skills. I'm aware that I can be really awkward and shy sometimes, especially when I'm like uncomfortable in certain situations. Everything's online nowadays, so you don't really go out and see the world. So I've been trying to do that. And I used to believe that that was simply who I was and I can't do anything about it, so that I was just an awkward and shy person. False. No more thoughts like that. Now I know that I can change that. It just won't happen on its own. I have to work on it. I have to put in the work myself. I've been actually connecting with people online through like Facebook groups and meeting them in coffee shops. This is literally my worst fear. If you would have told me this a year ago that I would be doing this, I would have said you're crazy, because I never would have put myself in that situation, because I sincerely thought that I was just not a people person. I thought I was an introvert, which is false. Was I scared? Yes. Did I do it? Yes. I would go in the coffee shop, sit down there, and all I would think of is, what am I gonna say? What if they think I'm awkward? What if they don't like me? What if I don't know what to say? Do I get up and give them a hug, or do I shake their hand? I was so stressed, you guys, and I do it over and over again. But you know what? Every time I go, I get better. Did I fail? Did I look weird sometimes? Probably, but it's okay, because every time I'm doing it, I'm refining my communication skills. So yeah, I may have looked weird the first couple of times. Some people might have noticed it, but it's fine, because I'm the one that's learning, I'm the one that's growing, and I'm working on a skill that I need. What's important is that I push through my fears. I'm building a new skill. Slowly but surely. And here's where self-compassion comes in. You have to embrace imperfection, because whether you like it or not, mistakes are part of the journey. Failure is literally the main reason why most of us hold ourselves back. We're so scared of failing, and when we try and we fail once, we give up. We put our hands up and we're like, you know what? I knew I wasn't good at this. I told you I wasn't cut out for this. I knew I couldn't do this. What we need to understand is that failure is redirection. Failure means you're one step closer to success. You need to be patient with yourself, and you need to trust into your abilities, or it won't work. Now this one we're all guilty of, no matter what anyone says. Negative self-talk. From now on, we're replacing negative self-talk with constructive affirmations. For example, you're talking in public and you stutter. Instead of saying, I'm a terrible public speaker, no, you're going to say, I'm improving my public speaking skills. Changing my negative self-talk to a positive one really, I'm telling you, really changed my confidence. Anything you tell yourself, your mind is saving. You have to change all that negative self-talk, even if you don't feel like it, even if you think it's not affecting you and you're just saying that to say that. It's just like off the top of your head. No, it's being recorded in here, and you're actually gonna start believing it. Whether it's in your subconscious or not, you are thinking it. The amount of times that I'm talking and I'm like, why the hell did I just say that? I sound so dumb. I'm changing that, and I'll just say, oh, I'm just being myself, or maybe next time I should watch out for what I'm going to say. Or I'll analyze. Did I say that because I was uncomfortable? If so, what made me uncomfortable, and how can I fix that? How can I make sure that next time I am not uncomfortable? It's also really important to celebrate the progress. Acknowledge and celebrate any small wins you accomplish. I'm telling you, it makes a huge difference. If you land a new client, you make your first $1, you go on a 5-minute run for the first time. Celebrate. I don't care. Celebrate. It'll make the process and the journey so much better and so much more enjoyable. It'll keep you so much more motivated and focused on your progress. I used to be the one to set huge goals. Like literally, I still have my vision board that I created at the beginning of 2024. And it was like, oh, have $1 million business, get a Porsche. Girl, like yes, those are still my goals, obviously, but I need to celebrate the small wins. I need to set smaller goals throughout the process to reach that bigger goal so I can see clearly where I'm going. Because if you just have that big goal, it feels unachievable. It's important to celebrate the process and the journey and to have fun throughout all of it. Now, for example, my first client, and I'd be like, oh, well, I'm still really far away from making $1 million. Well, yeah, but can you take the time to take it in? You celebrate that you got the first client. And doing that really made me feel way more motivated and focused on reaching that bigger goal, because I would always look for the next thing. So I would be like, okay, let's get client number 2. I can do this. I got number 1. And then slowly you're climbing up that little ladder and you're getting up to where you want to be. You'll feel way more accomplished by doing so throughout the process than feeling like you're behind, you know? This leads us to setting and pursuing growth-oriented goals. So, SMART goals. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound goals. So for example, increase online sales by 20% in the next quarter by launching a social media campaign and refining my website. This is how you're going to give your business or your goals clear direction and purpose and make it feel more achievable. What you can do is create an action plan, breaking down your goals into small actionable steps. It's also really important to monitor your progress. Often review and adjust your plans as needed. I can't emphasize enough how it's really important to analyze and adjust your strategies. I live by that. If you want to achieve your goals and see success, okay, you need to be building resilience. Yes, you need to focus on your goals, your business, and work on it. You know, be on that computer or go running outside and doing whatever towards your goals, but it's hard, you know, it takes a lot of time. It can be stressful. You can be tired. You can be overworking yourself. You need to take care of yourself. You need to take care of your body, your mind, your overall well-being. It's really important, or else without a you, there's no goals and there's no success. You need to make sure you're healthy and in the right headspace to achieve your goals. It's really important to have coping strategies, like implementing stress management strategies. I like to practice mindfulness, yoga. I like to stretch, read a book in the morning, or go work out. I really take my morning routines to myself. I'll have a good breakfast, my coffee, go work out without looking at anything, no work, just taking some time for myself to make sure I'm in the right headspace to start working, to make sure that I'm not too stressed. Sometimes, you know, dealing with clients and your team can be really stressful when something's not working. It's not the end of the world. You know, you have to remind yourself that at the end of the day, you're working on this for you. And if you're feeling stressed, and sometimes stress can be really intense, it can impact your health, like it has for me for a while. I used to not control my stress at all, do nothing for myself, and solely work on my business. And when I'm telling you, my health got impacted so bad that I couldn't work for a couple of months. That's when I realized I had to turn things around and start working on coping strategies, because this was not good for the long run. So throughout this process, always make sure to take care of yourself, make sure your body, your mind, everything is set so that you can practice everything we just talked about. This next step, it is so important, guys. I cannot even start with this subject. I will literally make a whole video just for this topic. You need to surround yourself with a growth-oriented environment. I'm actually still trying to build that circle for myself, because most of my friends don't have businesses, or not really business minded, or just not in the same mindset as me, as like self-development and all those things, you know, trying to understand myself and better myself. Like I don't really have that circle of friends that want to do these things with me. So sometimes I realize that it can impact like my motivation. It gets lonely after some times. And I just know that having that circle of like friends and everything that I could just like, you know, talk with about like projects and like, you know, motivating each other and like, oh, you got this done, congrats. And having people to celebrate with and celebrate the small wins with, just having people around that you can relate relate to. Surrounding yourself with that energy is definitely a good thing. So, you know, it's all about choosing your influences, who you surround yourself with. For example, if I'm hanging out with people who like to go clubbing and drinking and wasting money on alcohol all the time, obviously I'm more prone to be doing that on a Saturday night than to be working on my goals. Also, if you're hanging out with someone that's super negative, always talking about their body image, always saying that they're ugly and everything, well, obviously you're probably going to be doing the same. I think that it's really important to challenge yourself and take a look at your environment, take a look at your friends, your circle, your family. Who do you need to get close to and who do you need to take a step back? You can still keep them in your life. You know, I have a bunch of friends that are not necessarily business-minded and all of that, and I love them, but they're just not meant for that part of myself. So that's when I realized that I didn't have anyone around me that were in that mindset. So I needed to find other people that were in that mindset. And to be honest, that helped me so much, just to have like someone that I can go, for example, on a Saturday, we're like, you know what, all our friends are going to club. Do you want to come with me? Let's go work in a coffee shop tonight. Fine, that's great. It just, you know, it gives you that little boost of productivity, a way to have a different perspective. You can ask them for feedback. To be honest, it's really great and changes a lot. We have to know that humans, we're a social being. It's all about making this journey and this process more fun and enjoyable anyways. Lastly, how you're going to work on it and what to do next. Now that you know what you need to change about your mindset and how to change it, you need to maintain it. We all know that staying consistent is the hardest part. My number one tip for you guys is implementing daily practices. Just incorporating growth-oriented habits into your daily routine will change your life. For example, setting daily goals or practicing mindfulness, gratitude, maintaining a healthy work-life balance. Incorporating little steps in your daily habits is really what is going to make the biggest impact at the end of the road. You also need to keep yourself accountable. What you can do with this is, for example, sharing your goals with a friend or your boyfriend, your girlfriend. You can update them on your progress and tell them, oh, I'm going to do this. Just like knowing that you told someone that you were going to do it will make you want to do it even more and not procrastinate or not do it because now you feel like you look dumb, you know, because you told them you were going to do it and now you're not. So it'll help you stay committed. Trust me. And once again, don't forget to celebrate your journey. Celebrating milestones is really what's going to keep you motivated and proud of yourself. And this is so important, being proud of yourself every day. For example, if there's a day that you feel like not doing anything and you end up not doing anything, take it as, you know what, today I took it for myself, I relaxed and I feel even better today. And the next day you're just going to do double the work. Or for example, if you're not feeling so well and on a day you didn't do your workout, but you went for a walk, celebrate the fact that you went on a walk because you at least did 1%. And one thing is better than nothing at all. So that's it for today's video, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, even though it's really different from what I usually do. If there's any specific topic that you'd like me to address in my next videos, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching and keep working hard. You got this.